So let's continue. So we looked at handling input from the console, the input stream, and also we saw a little bit of also how to author some formatting examples. But let's deal now with bad input. We saw that there is a fail state function, or actually no method, or member function, basically to figure out the state of the stream, right? Whether something is good. So is that enough to, what do we do then, right? Well, it's not completely, what would be steps? What do we do then? What do we do if we fail, right? You probably want to ask again, right? So, okay, we could ask again, but is that going to be enough? Do you think we can just not do sin again? Well, unfortunately, no. We do need to sort of say reset. Basically, we need to clear this fail state. Basically. So
while loop.
Yes, exactly. Very good. Excellent. Yeah. So I think we did something similar in Python, right? The basic idea would be do a while loop. All right. We sort of say, okay, until you enter an integer or a float or whatever, you're not going home, right? You're not getting out of here alive, right? You need to enter an integer. Only then you can leave, right? Unless you go to Control-C and break, right? But no, yeah. So that's the idea. So let's write that function, right? So let's write this idea. So, yeah, right. So, okay. So idea is welcome back. Welcome back. So idea is to keep asking until the user enters what we ask for, right? Right, they enter the right date type, right? So, of course, it'd be nice if you're doing something slightly user-friendly, provide some hints what the float, say, enter a float, and, they don't know what the float is, right? So, but the integer, right, whole number. Okay, so, oops. Okay, how did I do that? Do you guys see anything? I didn't see anything. I think the HDMI cable. It's still recording, but I'm not seeing anything. You guys, you are seeing something? No, nothing. All right, I think I just keep the cable.
Yeah, all right.
Do you see now?
No, still yeah.
No? Oh, I
Yep.
think.
Yep.
Okay. All right, good. Welcome back. Right, so let's take a look at this. And then, so we have a clear. We could basically we have clear, and also that means we reset the state. But there's another issue. Is that enough? What do you think? It could be, but not necessarily. What's another issue? Right? Remember, think of a stream, right? And the user, we want an integer, and user enters, well, this needs some coffee, right? Enters the text, right? So, it fail happens on what? On the first character, right? When it encounters this, there's a bunch of stuff in the buffer, most likely, right? So what do we need? We need also a clear function. Well, yeah, clear we need to ignore. We also might need to ignore the rest of the buffer of line. Buffer until new line. New line. Come on, AI. AI is so lazy. They are better. Yeah, new line. Exactly. Okay. So we do that with we use sin and what's the name of it? Ignore. Right. That's not it. Yes, but we need it needs some parameters. Yeah, Repli has a horrible AI parameters. I mean, I think what's kind of funny about this Repli AI LLM, it's probably local. They have its own. It's okay for coding, so, but it's horrible for language. So it's tuned for the coding part, and the language part is kind of bad. Right, makes all kinds of funny mistakes. Okay, so for example, we might need. Yeah, so this would be one way. Is this a good approach? Well, right. So this ignores any buffer, and you've pressed, of course, enter, right? Because by the definition, the buffer usually is going to happen on enter, right? So until new line is still there, the last one. Now the question is, this is okay? Well, it might work, for if it only works if you expect that the user does not enter 100 characters, right? So not very, how should I say, not very flexible. It doesn't handle the worst cases, right? So what's the approach? Well, there are basically two approaches. You could use a max integer, right? Put a big number, just big number, 9 million, right? It's thinking of 9 billion, whatever, right? But the correct approach would be to use limit amount defined in limits header, right? We don't have limits header yet, so we will header, right? So I'll do that. Include, I believe it's called limits, right? Yeah, limits. Oh, there it is. Thank you. Right? Again, this is limits. We will use it for ignoring all characters. Okay. Now, so we would use something like this. So, scene on ignore, yeah, something like this. So basically, we say, okay, stream size max. What the number is actually, I believe it's probably like 9, either 9 hex. I think it's probably 2 to the 36th, 63rd, or 2 to the 31st. So maybe 2 billion. It's a large number, right? But the whole idea is you don't put the large number yourself. You use what's defined by the language, right? It's just not. It's not a good coding practice, right? Of course, you can put your own magic number, right? As an old-time C programmer, I would use a macro. I would define this number somewhere else, right? But here, it's defined for you, and this is the correct approach. Again, so now we have all tools. We have clear, we have fail, clear, and ignore, right? And then only then can we start over. And as what is your name? Jakobs. So as Jakobs correctly stated, you would use a while loop, right? Standard approach. The only downside, of course, is, well, you need, if you want to do 2 inputs at once, right? Because then we have to see where did this fail, right? So probably do one at a time, right? You do one at a time, right? So now let's do inputs one at a time if there is a fail, right? Now, of course, what we should be really doing, again, I'm jumping ahead a little bit, I have this tendency to do so. It's, of course, in this type of program, we should probably separate this. This should probably be a separate function, right? But we'll see. I think because we'll end up writing a lot of code like this, right? Lots of duplicate code, right? But let's get it. For now, I will put it here, right? But I should probably take a separate function, right? Let's do that. Yeah. So if, right? So we'll do this slower. If or while, yeah, right? While still fail, yeah, right? True, false, right? Let me see if this is correct. Let me see if I can do this without any, C fail, right? No, let's see. Yeah. Let's try this. Let's try this. And I'll ask only for n. I should be already set, right? The I we got. We'll pretend this is just for n part, right? While still fail. So while it's still in a fail state, right? What do we do? Right? Remember, we use curly braces, right? So we're gonna clear. Okay, thank you, AI. What else do we do? Scene ignore. Yes, thank you. Very good, right? So this is the correct approach. Again, if you put 5,000, again, most likely it will work, but probably this is the recommended approach. And new line is most likely what you want, right? So this goes to the new line, right? Because by definition, right, your stream will have a new line. Of course, there could be some other streams which are not input streams. There could, maybe you want to keep these new lines. Maybe something else. You ignore. You just say, okay, ignore. Something else you want to reset. And now you ask for it again. Enter. Now enter. Now enter the input again. in this case just n, right? Yes, so I is good, right? Let's try this. Sim n, and I'll do enter. Enter exponent, close. Please. Or I don't know. Again, I'm not good at writing instructions, right? You leave it for documentation writers, or right? But okay. You want to be clear, right? Oh, now this should work, right? I think this will approach. I think this will work. Now finally, this now n should be a good number, right? Let's take a look. So here, exponent is n, right? Okay. All right. So whole idea is you can't put garbage here, right? So let's try this in action. Is this gonna work? Right? I might be wrong somewhere. I don't know. Maybe I missed something, but I think this looks okay, right? Do you think it's gonna compile?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Again, I mean, it's nothing to be amazingly proud, but yeah, it's good to see that you're not getting not too rusty with my C++. That it's not getting too many syntax errors, right? But of course, these days with an IDE it's easier. So I'll do math. Okay, so it'll be again. I'll do 10, right? This, right? Okay. Sin is okay. I'll do RBS. All right, works. Okay, so now I'll do 2.5. Yeah, it worked. So 10 to the 2.6, right? Yeah, it works, right? Let's see, 10 to the 2.6. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it's less than 1,000, more than 100, right? Yeah. Is that the correct answer to the sixth? Why is it? Why would I think it's? No, I guess it is correct. I thought it'd be more. To the 0.6. 400, yeah, I guess, yeah. Okay. Now it works, right? But of course, if you expect to do this multiple times, I think we would want to do this on a sort of function based, right? Make it functions for your common types, maybe, right? Again, C++ makes you rewrite a lot of things, but I think this is a decent approach, right? Okay. Now. Let's see our slides. So we saw clear, right? We have ignore. Yes, see out. Okay, so let's go back. Let's see your see out. Set precision. Again, remember how there's printf. Who remembers our C language has printf, the specifiers. Python has f modifiers. How many input? How many what kind of precision you have, right? C++ offers you the set precision. You use IO manip. Do I have IO manip? I do. Right, and do I have it here somewhere? Am I using it somewhere? Here, set W, I think it was. No, let's see. No, set precision. Okay. Let's just also set precision. Let's do here, right? It's now 7. Not overflowed. Let's set precision of not overflow to 2. Yeah, correct. You see? So this is how you use this. You input here. Again, this is a C++ way, right? Again, you can use a C way of doing printf formatting, right? You could have used C style formatting with printf. It's legal. I'll show you. Let's try it. Yeah, this also would work, right? Of course, I'm much more, again, this is used many more other languages, this is this other style, right? So, you say this is okay, this is where a float is, right? This is a printf type. I'll accept if you do your homework, again, this is C++ style, this is the C style formatting. It's gonna compile, right? Okay, let's take a look. 2.2, so two digits before comma, 2 after, right? True. Okay. And this is, let's see if this works. Let me compile it. On math. So I'll do again 2 on, no sorry, 10 on the 2.6, right? Alright. So what happened here? Okay, not overflowed, set precision 2. So what happened here actually is interesting. Okay, this is the only one. So printf is about how I expected actually, right? Set precision 2, right? What happened? Well, it says it's 4 to the 2 to the 10 to the second power. So 4 times 100, right? Scientific notation. And technically, the best type of correct, technically correct, best type of correct is technical, right, it's correct, right. So can we do set precision? Can we do it also with comma using this again? Like I said, I'm more familiar with this type of writing because that's used in many other languages. Let's see, how could we, let's use set precision to set numbers after comma. Might have to ask ChatGPT for this, right? Fixed. Oh wow. Where does this come from? On end line, right? Alright, fixed. This is kind of scary looking. But this is one of those things, right? Yeah, it's a manipulator, right? So again, this is not yours. This is not a variable name. This comes from it's inline, right? Comes from standard library. That's why again, just imagine how many STDs you have to do, right? STD has another abbreviation, right? So STD, right? So fixed, right? So let's see if this works, right? Let's do it one more time. I'll compile first, of course. 110, 2.6. Okay, yeah. So this is, I personally, like I said, I like this approach better, right? 2 digits after comma, basically, right? And you say, okay, well, there's 3 digits before, right? But again, this is gonna give you scientific, it says two digit precision, right? Maybe I'll give you one more example here. Maybe let's do like something like 10 to the power of, I don't know, 3.5. All right. So 3162, right? So this again, 2 digit precision, right? And what does it mean 2 digit precision? It's here, 3.2, right? That's precision, right? Roughly 3.2 thousand, right? That's what we say, right? But if you want 2 digits after comma, you have to use fixed or use this approach. Again, of course, remember this is just output. The numbers themselves inside are not affected, right? You're not modifying them, right? This is just output. This is just basically printing pretty pictures. Okay, we're almost done with the slides, I hope. Yeah, fixed. And you can also disable answer. So the thing is now, again, you got to play around with this. I think it happens, it's set to fixed. It's like a setting, basically. It's like a turn on the switch off and off, basically, right? There are other manipulators. Let's see other ones. Yeah, show point. This is about point that, yeah, see a show point, fixed show point, right? Right. It's like an option, basically. Now, right. Oh yeah, on C++ 14, just like we use underscore in Python, it introduces a quote, single quote character for numbers. I think this is a welcome change, right? Because if you're writing long numbers, you're probably going to make a typo, right? So you can use single quotes. Now, can we see which version of, I believe this is C++ 17, right? Let's take a look. How C default C++, G++. Compiler version. Yeah, this is, of course, this is 7 years ago, right? How to check, right? Right. Oh my God. So Well, oh yeah, bash line. Okay, let's take a look. Dev now means send garbage, grep, C++, or is PowerShell. Let's take a look at this little one-liner, right? You send it to the output to nothing, and you grep C++. Let's take a look. Default, I wonder. Or you can do this also here, version head. How the heck do you explore this, right? So what's the default version, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. This is okay. Let's do this manual. This would be one way of doing it, right? Again, multiple ways. You do a manual page, official the line page, column, grep, or standard. So let's take a look what's default, right? Again, this is of course 7 years ago, so we'll see what version is this here, right? Of course, another thing is, of course, if you don't know what you're doing, and I'll pretend that I do, that you should not enter random commands, of course, your own machine. But this is, of course, a virtual machine, so I don't really care if it blows up. But of course, this is also, I know all of these commands one by one, and it's not gonna, shouldn't blow up. But let's see if this works. Oh, bash, oh, column, it doesn't have a column. Okay. No manual for G++. Okay, so 2, we have 2, we hit 2 snags. There's no manual page because Replit is stingy with memory and installation, and the virtual machines, they didn't include even a manual, right? Okay, all right, so what do we do else? What is the other option? We can just do this, right? Let's try this approach, right? Maybe somebody figures out another approach, right? Okay, Control Shift V, right? Control Shift V and pastes without any extra formatting. Useful to know, right? All right. So 2017, it looks like it is, right? So what we grabbed actually is, this is a macro, right? What C++ is, but default is 2017 version, right? So, okay. So this, what does it mean for us? This means that we were looking here, right? So this should work. It's 14, so 17 is after 14, right? So it should work. Let's try it. So for some big numbers, right? So big number, double, no long, big num, I don't know, yeah, but, and again, quote, if you don't have Latvian, so, yeah, 9,000, not a big number, right, so, print it. I'm lazy, I'll let the AI do it. Come on! I don't want to type. I guess I have to do it myself. And of course, you don't see the quotes, right? That's also, I don't think any language where you can actually get to keep this formatting, right? Maybe some, I don't know, maybe C#, maybe something somebody has. Of course, you have to write your own, right? Python doesn't have it. Right, I'm sure that somebody has suggested, right? Right. All right. Let's compile it. And yeah, so going back to this discussion here and see, right? So what you can do is, right? If you for some reason you can do this flag, right? C++ 17, like when this manual wrote this question, the current G++ supported C++ 17, but it was not default. By now, default is 17 actually, but if you need 21 or 23, or maybe even possibly 26, you might be able to run it. Now, the only thing is, of course, 26 on Replit probably does not exist. If you have your own installation of Linux, then it probably exists, right? So, I'm not sure about the Visual Studio compiler. So, now, so it works. Let's try see if it works. We compile. So 10, 10.5. Yeah. So everything works, right? Overflow, of course, we just cut off the call number, right? You see 2 digits, right? different ways of displaying the same number. Again, it's the same number, same value, except formulated in different ways. Okay. What else do we want to learn today? So set with, we'll use that. Yeah, so right justify. So yes, so this is by default it's space, but as we saw the example here, I said an example, yeah, this one here, right? You can also set field, right? So this is an example, you have padding, either by default it's white space, you can have whatever you want. Smiley face. Okay, no. Okay, in Python you can have smiley face. Can you put smiley face here? I don't think you can. Let's do a smiley face. I'll try. I don't think it's gonna work, but we can try. So beer mug, right? Beer emoji, beer Unicode. Let's try. I don't think it's gonna work, right? Yeah. So in languages you have full Unicode support, it will work, right? I don't think it will work. It will probably overfill, but let's take a look, right? So where are these stars? Okay, I'm gonna get lazy. I'm lazy. Okay, another copy. I'll put an emoji, but it's not gonna work. Why? Because this is a character, like single quotes the character. Emoji does not take a character. It's gonna break, I think, right? We can try, but what's gonna happen? See, it's already giving me a red squiggly line, right? Because the emoji takes 4 bytes, right? So it's probably going to take this first byte from the emoji, right? UTF-8 encoding, right? We can check what it's going to be. Let me see what it's going to be. Okay, it's a U1FFF, right? Oh, here, where's Unicode? Okay, UTF-8. So I'm saying it's going to be this value, most likely, right? Or unless maybe it's the back value is big endian, small endian, but I think it's the first one. Or of course also there could be a break, but there could be a fail. And I'm almost certain, or maybe it just won't compile. It's possible, right? What does it say? Yeah, you see, character is too large for enclosing character literal. Well, that's a reality when dealing with C++. Let's try compiling. It's going to yell at me. Say, what are you doing? Yep. Oh my God. Right. So this is also in famous C++ message. I made one tiny error, and I'm getting like whole kitchen sink thrown at me. Right? They are telling me. Well, they're telling me the same thing over and over, beating me over the head with a shoe. Right? All right. Look at this. So this is this is C++ compiler in action. Right? Basically, because there's a big chain of these definitions in line, templates, and all that good stuff, right? So it failed and it tried too many times. I mean, it's horrible, right? So yeah, but it did not include the error, so it didn't really compile, right? Yeah. Is this a note or error? I'll probably have to grep it and see if it's actually an error, but I think it is an error. Yeah, error. I saw an error somewhere. Yeah, error, red. So this means I didn't compile it, right? Okay. This is warning. Be okay. So what can I do? Well, it won't work with set field, unfortunately. Yeah. So no, I can't use beer bags. No. Sadly, no beer. No Unicode support for set field. Just single ASCII. Right? All right. So you can use whatever ASCII. You can't have a really fancy. That's the way it is. Okay. Of course, there are ways around it. If you really need your beer mugs, right? You could, but not for now, right? So, what else? Yeah, set field left, right, unset. Again, O stream, right? Set field, right? What else? Justification. Debugging, right? Debugging, of course. Again, remember, there's 2 ways of debugging, right? You have debugger, but of course, printf is the best. I am biased. I like printf debugging. CO debugging. You just output the values in a logical, in the C what's happening in the program. All right. What else? So we saw the stream, cout, cin. Let's look at improving. We have like 10 minutes to improve the program. See if we can make it slightly better. First of all, let's see if we can compile it. Right? Yeah. Okay. Now let's do this. So idea is this. Let's write this as a separate function, right? We'll get to strings, right? So idea is to have a require double, right? Now let's see if this works actually. Let's write a function. So I'm going to write a function. Let's write. We will write the function to ask for a double. Use loop while loop to check. So to check for correct. Okay. Now so the def so what I'm going to say double, right? Get double. Yeah. So string prompt. First of all, I don't have string, right? I need to include string, right? Because it's already jumping ahead of what I want to do, right? I probably want to have a not fixed string, offer a variable type of prompts, right? But, you want to make it user friendly, right? So prompt. So what I need is, of course, I want string. Use include strings. You'll get strings later. String. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Okay. Get double. So. Let's see. Okay, so double value, right? We expect value. That's good. And now, what else do you want? While input, right? Yes or no? Let's see. String. I don't like this approach. Why do we need this? We don't need it. So we're gonna try this. So you have two approaches. Let's get value, right? So prompt, right? Maybe do we want new line? No, we probably don't want new line, right? Don't need to be. Okay. Now we want ask. Now we ask for the. Now we get double. And now, yeah, the thing is, we have two approaches. We can do what we did before, right? But first, it means we have to first ask, right? So value, right? Scene, right? Value, right? Right? Yeah, that's correct. And now, of course, we can do return scene, right? And hope return value, right? And we hope everything is gray, right? So this, of course, is not really much improvement. Right? We need the loop, right? So we just add the loop, right? So what do I do? While, right?
Yeah.
Scene fail, right?
Yes.
And we clear it. Scene clear, right? Right? Now we ignore exactly, and we ask cout prompt again. Now the thing is probably want new line here, right? We failed here. We want a new line first, right? Yeah, I guess so. I'll do this. Oh, come on! Where is my new line symbol? Oh, it's Latvian probably because. Again, I could probably do a new line, and of course now I ask for it again, right? See, I could have used again. It looks like we are using this asking for value twice, right? We're not really asking for twice because possibly just once. If I want to keep only ask here, then I have to use a flag instead of scene fail. I can use a flag, right? I like this approach better because it's kind of nice, clear. So this is I like this approach of having this call. Scene fail right inside, right, of the state. So this resets the state. Resets scene state, fail state. False, right? And ignore, right? Yes, question?
Can we manually set the sim.fail status?
I
So
think
we
yes.
don't-
I think there was a way of doing it, if I remember correctly. No, good question actually.
Because otherwise it doesn't
Yeah.
seem very clean.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, if you don't like something, right, you can set fail state to clear to. You could. Let's take a look at this in the C++ standard, right? Fail. But this is a property more like it. Okay, no, it's a function. Okay. Fail bit is okay. Right. You can set a fail bit basically, right? The question is, how do you set it? Okay. IO state for list of conditions that set fail bit or bad bit. You can do. I guess you can do it by hand. I mean, you can do almost anything by hand. No error. There's flags. Bad bit. Stream error. Really bad bit. Right. Good bit. End bit. Fail bit. Right. So there's also a really bad bit, I guess. Right. But good bit is 0. Right. So how do you set it? Okay. Sentry constructor operator. Can you do it by hand? There's a lot of things that you can set it, right? Maybe you have a function right here. Delphi, maybe CG, let's see, read, get line, get money, currency input, right? Read, seek, fail. Right, if you get nothing, yeah, it's failed, it has a lot of, yeah. So, bad bit, there's also a bad bit. Oh my god, look at all this nice table of what it sets. So set state. Yeah, there is a set state. So I guess you can if you really need to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, if you really need to, yeah, you can. Okay, that's what I thought. Again, like you can do, actually, you can. There's millions of ways to shoot yourself in the foot with a chainsaw to cut your leg off with a chainsaw with C++. Okay, but hopefully you got the idea. So this should work now. Get double. So now I don't need this anymore, right? I'm gonna comment this out, right? And I will do this now. I will say n equals. Should be safe now. And get what's it called? Get double. Yeah, get double. And what's my prompt going to look like? I'm going to enter this here, right? Enter exponent. You know, whatever I want, right? All right. Let's see. Right. Let's compile and see if I made any mistakes. I'm sure I did. Oh, compiled again. Shocking. Okay. Now, of course, so this part here, of course, I should probably rewrite this, right? So I'll have this, all this, comment this out. Now, of course, it's kind of nice. Enter exponent, and I'll get I, right? I equals get double. Let's see how smart is AI here. No. Enter base. Enter base as okay. Slightly. It's not completely smart. Only thing is, the question is, I think it's everything looks okay. I'm not sure about the new lines. I think it's all might be on one line. Now what's happened here? Everything okay? So obviously this is better approach. Let's do this. So let's run this program and then we are finished. Math, base, bulbs. Nope, I can't do. Okay, so there's a new line somewhere, right? So bulbs, RBS, no good. Okay, we got the base, no exponent again. RBS, lunch, right? Nope, we can't do lunch yet. Right, so let's satisfy its thirst for numbers, so 10 point something. Oh, now it works. Okay, everything works. 3 to the 10th, you got the numbers. Again, not a horrible approach. Of course, you say, okay, yeah, this is not so great, because of course you have to do it for integers separately, right? You might probably want to, those who read more about C++, there's templates, you need to make it generic, right? For separate function for integers, for doubles, right? At this moment, you need to write for every data type separate function that you need. But it's not the end of the world. Okay, guys. So we continue working with C++. What's our next? Only question now is the quiz active for you guys? Is that active?
Not yet, I think.
Okay, I'll activate the quiz. I have somebody who is coming here for consulting. No, 1 second. No, so control structures will be really easy. Right, next lecture will be easy. I will make it here. Activate this. On January, today is 9th or 16th, right? Up to next Tuesday. Not October, not August, September 16th. And remember, the homework, the easy homework should be done by next Thursday, by this Thursday. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
See you in 2 days.